In this week's video we take all of the chain from the chain locker and I hit it with a hammer. I also have the engine in bits again, and of course, as always, I'm going to give you a top tip. One of those top tips is how we polish our boat, what we use. Stay with us guys, enjoy the video. Well, we've literally just come back from the UK day and a half ago. Flew in. Boat is covered in bird poo, and we over-ended the chain, anchor chain, before we left, but we couldn't get a joiner link, and so we managed to get one. And now what we've got to do is pay out all of that chain. So there's 80 metres of chain that's over-ended and then 15 metres of chain to the bitter end, and we keep that 15 metres in reserve using one of these. This is a stainless joiner link. I prefer them to the galvanised ones. The galvanised ones, when you hit them, they ping the rivets over. The galvanising comes off and they then rot away in your bottom of your anchor locker. You go to use them and you lose your chain. So we've got to pay this out. I've got to grab that anchor and pull it out the boat. Cindy's going to pay the anchor out. Probably best if you take the camera.
Three hours later.
Okay, so yes, I know I said so again. That's our joint, and temporarily we put a small shackle in. That's the rest of the chain, and that is the original Bavaria chain, of which they only gave us 45 metres. As soon as you get out towards the eastern med, you need a lot more, especially if you're stern to anchoring or you're tying back to the rocks, because the water's so deep. You know, you can put out 75-80 metres and still only be hanging on by a thread. What we do is we tend to use that there, which is the first 80 metres, and anchor with that, and then I'll put our snubber line before that joint and allow 15 metres of snubber out. So that gives us good hold into the snubber, but we've then got that chain in reserve, if you know what I mean. So the first thing we've got to do is take out that little shackle. Yeah, I've got my nearly pad. Just undo that. show. Clip. And we have to pin over the little rivety part there. There's 4 of those. And if you use the galvanised type, as soon as you hit them with a hammer, the galvanising comes off. So it goes on there like that. Over the top. Now I can hear a keyboard warrior typing already. You shouldn't use stainless steel with galvanised chain. Well, when you do this, hold down. When you do this with a hammer, you knock the galvanising off, which makes it actually rust quicker. So once I get that pinned over enough to hold it, you'll see why. These aren't real wood, are they? They're not holding.
2 weeks later.
God, it's ever so slippery, isn't it? That's it. To that side, to that side. That ain't coming undone. So that's it now. That's pinned over. They say they're stronger than the original. I don't know. But certainly easy for us to identify where the joint is. And now all we've got to do is put back 80 metres of chain into the anchor locker. But the chain's over-ended before it got too rusty, because if you do it when it's really rusty, you just end up with a rusty pile of chain. Oh, it's hot. We should be out sailing. What do you reckon?
There's no wind.
There's a little bit on the water.
Mind you, it'd be
Not
cooler
much.
out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you look at the flags up on the top there, they're just fluttering. It's a bit. Right, let's get on with this.
Slow down, mama, why you talk so mean? Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. You got nice clothes, late night shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got a fast car.
So there we are, all packed away. Notice we've got 2 little bits of foam. It's what is it? Well, it's like a high density foam, closed cell. It just goes either side of the anchor. It stops it rattling and banging. We just take them out when we drop the anchor.
Tell me where you wanna go, but baby, I don't work down there anymore.
Well, there we go. That's not a bad shine, is it? It's from Polished this morning, and then it started raining. See, she's got a lovely shine on her now. I have just the this side to do. To be honest, we do it every year in boats, so it's not that bad. You can see she's got a few streaks down here, down there. So she'll get a wash off tomorrow with boat wash. Some black marks up there by the top of the tower. You can hardly call it a tower. Christ, it's wobbly. It's got no cross bracing. The only thing that's stopping it moving as a parallelogram is that back ladder stay. So of course the top moves about 9 inches to a foot, and no internal ladder, no way of getting up, you have to use our ladder. Anyway, well, we've been asked a lot recently how we get such a good shine on Impavidus. One of the ways that we do this is with Starbright's boat wash. We always wash it down when we're on the hard, and it really does seem to take the streaks out, the dust and muck off the sides. And then we use Starbright's premium polish. Now, we are not sponsored by Starbright, but we do find that their gear really does what it says on the tin, and that's a rare thing these days. There's a link to these products in the description, or you can find it on our website. That's www.svimpavidus.com. Oh, Cindy did all the fenders today as well. That's why they're hanging up. Cleaned all them up. Yeah. I think we're going to go back in the water on... When did I say? It was going to be Tuesday. I think it's going to be Monday now. So how do we get that fantastic shine? We simply take a bucket of lukewarm water with boat wash in it and a large sponge. Rub the whole of the hull down, cleaning it, and then rinse it off. We use a 6-inch polishing foam with the Starbright polish and apply the polish with that. The hard to get at areas we'll use these little detailing foams. They go on the end of an electric drill or a battery drill. And we use them for the fenders too. We've tried a number of products, including this one from 3M, which is a polish and a cutting compound. We didn't have a lot of success with it, so we went back to Starbright, and it's that gives us our great results. Starbright isn't cheap, but it does what it says on the tin, and it's good value for money. That's our opinion anyway, and we haven't been paid to say it. So here's a top tip for you. If your soldering iron ends are getting a bit worn, or in this case I wanted a flat one as well, buy some of this copper rod from Amazon or Home Depot, or where is it the Americans go, I can't remember, and literally just tap a new thread on the end. Then you can cut it to the right length and shape it appropriately. So I've tapped that 4mm thread on there, and now I'm going to cut it off and shape it. I'm going to give this one a spade type end. There you go. So there we go. I'll get that in the light so you can see it. Maybe better like that. So that is a new soldering iron tip. Put them in the drill and just smarten them up, and then file them down and make a tip. So you can make a spade tip like that, or you can make a pointy tip, or whatever tip you want. In fact, you could make a top tip. That will save you a fortune. So buy some of those bits of 4mm copper rod. If you have little dinks in your woodwork, you can buy these from Lidl's, B&Q, Aldi, yeah, other places, and they are marker pens, indelible pens, and you can literally colour in where you've scratched things. They really work well. Rocker box cover, rocker box carrier, both off, replacing the gaskets because they've gone hard, and they're supposed to be round, look, and they're flat, which is why we had that little oil leak. So, and yeah, I'm naked because it's hot. Okay. And
we can wipe that bit out, don't worry.
yeah, right. Yeah, so this is the rocker box carrier. This carries the rockers from where you can adjust the tappet clearances. They're all moving fine, as I'd expect. That bolts down, and then there's a gasket under there, which has also gone flat over the years. So while we have the boat in bits and we're not going anywhere, we are doing all of this maintenance. Get on with it now, that's all cleaned up. Okay. And that's the rocker carrier back in. Just pinch it down. It's got this new gasket in, and now we're just going to check all the rockers. Push rods are in the right place. Yep. And that one, that's it. It's had a new gasket under there. We pull down the centre first. Even with our new work light, there's still got shadows casting everywhere. I might move it and put it up here. This is just to make sure all the rockers are all, gosh, pressure. All the push rods and all the rockers are all in position. Right, but that's 2 full turns and that's okay. Gently, gently. That's it. We've got one capsule, capped nut, whatever they call. It's 27 degrees in here, Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but hot. No air moving around. Right, that's it, just got to tighten them up. So as you can see, everything is tidy, put away and in its place. Everything in a place and a place for everything. So that's it, all changed, no leaks, we've run her up to temperature, everything's hunky-dory. This is going in the bin, and it's now beer o'clock. In fact, it's past beer o'clock, it's nearly 6:30. 5 o'clock came and went. I bought some soldering irons, some copper rods, because the tips of this soldering iron are getting a bit worn. Oh, luxury. Oh, absolute luxury. Look what we bought back from the UK. A new toilet seat. Wah! So we tried painting the other one, epoxying it, sanding it down, 3 coats of this, 2 coats of that. It never came up right. So now, Port Solent, new toilet lid, shiny.